Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be benchmarking Cyberpunk 2077 at 4K with DLSS quality mode, my overclocked MSI Surpim RTX 5080 graphics card, and Ryzen 7 9800X3D CPU. So firstly, as always, I'll start off by showing you the graphics settings really quickly. So we are running a resolution of 3040 by 2160 on my 4K 154Hz display. We're running HDR10 58 283 for the process on YouTube. We're running DLSS Super Resolution to set the quality mode along with the transformer model preset. So we are running a 1440p render resolution, and we are running DLSS ray reconstruction and DLSS frame generation. We are running the ray trace path tracing preset, so that is turned on along with all the ray trace settings. 100% field of view, film grain and chromatic aberration is turned off, and all the advanced graphic settings are all ultra high preset with psycho screen space reflections. So we're just going to test a few different areas. We're going to test Night City and Dogtown, and then we'll go to Jig Jig Street to get a kind of a first-person perspective to see how it runs and plays, and just appreciate all the eye candy. In my last video, I did mention I was going to be testing out Battlefield 5, but for some reason the Battlefield series is not registering with the MSI Afterburner overlay, so that video was kind of skipped. So I decided to replace it with this beautiful Cyberpunk 2077 titled to benchmark at 4K DLSS quality mode. So I'll be quiet for now. We'll explore a little of Night City, and then we'll go to Dogtown, and we'll see how everything runs and plays. And enjoy the show, guys. But yeah, it's such a beautiful world to explore. It's just so cool to have a big open world that's futuristic with all the ray trace, path tracing effects. It's really something else to marvel, all the beautiful visuals of this title. Just out of curiosity, since this is kind of a benchmark, let's go ahead and turn off frame generation here. And I just want to see what kind of frames per second we get without frame generation. Because look a little bit jittery frame gen here, so let's turn this off. Go ahead and apply that. Reset the afterburner. And as you can see, that jitteriness is definitely removed. It actually looks a whole lot better without frame generation. Only it doesn't run as good, but it does maintain over 30 FPS, so it's kind of like a console. Reset the afterburner. Kind of like a console-like experience, if you will, without frame generation. But of course, the consoles aren't going to be putting out path tracing or any of these other advanced ray tracing effects. But it does feel a lot better without frame generation. In terms of the jitteriness. Yeah, such a cool, reflective open world to explore. Can you imagine when we get to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on PC? That's really going to be something else. I mean, I think the visuals of that title are really going to blow us away. Because they do so much magic tricks with the, I don't know if it's the filters, the graphics, the effects, the lighting, or a combination of everything. It just really does stand out after seeing the second trailer. Some of the visuals look lifelike, if you ask me. Some points in the trailer, but I really was gratefully impressed by the second trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6, so definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's load a game from Dogtown, and we'll see how that runs and plays. Once we get loaded here, I'll reset the afterburner, and maybe we'll just do without the DLSS frame generation. It seems to be playable. Not quite the best FPS, but maybe we'll test out both, without frame gen and with frame gen.
No. How long you been on this?
Reset the afterburner. Now Dogtown is a lot more heavier scene to render. There's just so much going on, so many lighting and particle effects. There's even a lot of foliage too, like in the street, the overgrown grass, brush, and terrain. And of course all the lighting and reflections and ray traced effects. It's really also beautiful to admire when possible. Usually what I do is I do a lap around the city. I'll go around this pyramid and hopefully not cause any trouble. And we'll see everything goes in place. Yeah, really something else to admire, all the lighting effects. Visual artwork. It's really cool. Okay, so without frame generation, we maintained around 35 FPS. Let's go ahead and enable frame gen now. Set that to 2x. Apply. Reset the aperture. And so yeah, I don't know if the new NVIDIA drivers is creating some kind of like jitteriness, but for some reason now when I'm playing this with frame generation, it just looks really jittery. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it on your screen, but for some reason on my screen, it just looks like something's wrong. I'm using the latest NVIDIA WHQL drivers, the 0.28 version, whichever, I can't remember the exact number, but 0.28, the latest revision. And for some reason with frame gen, it's creating some jitteriness on my screen, so I'm not sure if you guys are seeing that on your screen, but just thought I'd note that. In terms of frame per second, we're maintaining around 64 FPS average, with 72 max, and 49 FPS 1% lows. Yeah, but the jitteriness is just killing me. Something's going on with this title and the latest NVIDIA driver. I'm not really sure what's going on. But it's really killing the immersion level here. Alright, so let's turn off frame gen. And let's load a save game from Jig Jig Street. Like I said, we're going to test out that to see how everything looks at a first-person perspective here. So let me pull up Jig Jig Street. I believe this is it. Give me 1 minute for us to load the map here. And so yeah, a mix of DLSS quality mode with frame gen and without frame gen. So we'll just kind of test out both. Usually when I benchmark this area, I like to go to the entrance. I'll reset the afterburner. And so we'll test it without frame gen, which is right now how we're set, and then we'll try it with frame gen. But yeah, with the DLSS transformer model, they even really upped the visual fidelity of the ray tracing. It's really amazing some of the technology that NVIDIA creates that really make the reflections even look more detailed and cleaner, if you will. So it's really cool. But they keep upping the visual fidelity, you know?
Thanks to the bulletproof air from Rayfield, your only worry is getting stuck in traffic.
Okay, so without frame generation, it looks like we maintained around 36 FPS, with 1% low sitting at 30. And let's turn it on. Hopefully it won't get that jitteriness, but I think we will. Reset the afterburner. Yeah, it still looks a little jittery. It's a little bit less noticeable first-person perspective. But yeah, something's going on with this game in the frame generation. I'm not sure if you guys are picking that up on video. I will note it if I see it in the video description. For some reason, something seems to not be rendering right frame generation, at least in video drivers. Not exactly sure what's the issue though. Okay, so that maintained around 63 FPS, with 1% low sitting at 51 and max to 68. Alright guys, well that shows you Cyberpunk 2077 at 4K with DLSS frame generation and DLSS quality mode. If you did enjoy the video, do give this video a like. And following this video, I'm not really sure what I'm going to benchmark, so I'll just let it be a surprise. So we'll see what I'll benchmark after this. And as always, I appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. And if you did enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys around. Peace out. Thanks for watching, guys.